So, good morning, everybody. I'm so happy that you want to learn more about your doTERRA products. And if everyone can stay muted, that will enhance the quality of the replay. And remember, all real questions will be answered after we present, and they will be off the replay. So you can say whatever you want after I stop recording. So stick around for those. And what we have today is we have Sandy Curtis, our women's health nurse practitioner, who will be presenting. And she will then introduce Dr. Marie, our naturopathic physician, and then Marie will introduce me, and I will finish up with more of the boring stuff. But Sandy, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, good morning, everybody. And I forgot to mention to you, Roxanne, I still did not get my new products. So if you have them handy, I'll need you to show when I get to that part of mine. But anyway, more what I'm talking about first really is because more and more people are searching for a natural approach for rest and relaxation. And that's honestly because we're finding that over the counter options and prescriptions have left us tired and unsatisfied with the effects and the side effects. No one wants to feel unrested when they get out of bed in the morning. And that groggy feeling after taking most sleep options, it just feels awful. So that's why I am a lover of our Serenity system. And in October, we're doubly blessed because the Serenity Restful Blend is our product of the month, meaning you have the ability to get it absolutely free, depending on your loyalty order, the size and timing of it. So remember, it's a 125 PV loyalty order by the 15th of the month, as it always has been. But then now you can also get it free any time of the month when you order the Foundational Wellness Bundle, which is the vitamins and the omegas and the probiotic bundle. So if you're doing those vitamins and supplements anyway, you can get this free anytime this month. So please don't hesitate to ask during our Q&A question period a bit later if you still have questions about how to get your free product. Now, I'm also going to talk about the Serenity Restful Complex soft gels, excuse me, which are a dietary supplement for internal use. And those are 10% off for the entire month. Because combining both of these products can create an amazing, really comprehensive approach to a healthier bedtime routine and really play a role in your personal stress management. I was just reading right before I went to sleep last night an article about the relationship between sleep and the stress in our lives, and they are linked, totally linked. So, by getting a good night's sleep, you're also helping your body to reduce that stress throughout the day. So, so important. So, let's start with the Serenity Blend. And a reminder, if you're someone who travels, and I always buy the 15 ml size Serenity bottle anyway, we're getting this 5 ml size bottle free. When your 5 ml size bottle is empty, don't throw it away, refill it and keep it for your travel size. This makes it so much easier for us to take our oils with us when we travel. And I love that doTERRA is giving us so many of our basic oils this year as our product of the month in a 5 ml size. It's really helping me to fill my travel bag. So anyway, let's start with the Serenity Blend, which is not one or two instruments, but it's truly a symphony of calming aromas. The oils that make up that symphony are lavender, which we all know for its calming and relaxing benefits, cedarwood, which adds a grounding and a woody scent, hoe wood, also a warm and a woody aroma, ylang ylang, one of my favorite oils, helps to create a calm and a positive atmosphere. Marjoram, also known for its calming properties, not an oil that we tend to think about all that often, but very calming. Roman chamomile, it's widely celebrated for its calming aroma. Have you ever had a cup of chamomile tea? It brings you from up here to down here. So a super addition to that symphony. Vetiver offers this blend a rich and a grounding scent, and Hawaiian sandalwood with its sweet and woody aroma. So it really is a symphony of restful oils. It's no wonder that I reach for this every single night at my bedside. All these oils are rolled into one blend that promotes relaxation and helps reduce feelings of tension while calming our emotions. So for aromatic use, diffuse it. Add 3 to 4 drops to a diffuser and let everyone in the room relax. Inhale it by placing 1 to 2 drops in your palms, rubbing them together, cupping your hands over your nose. That is the quickest way to get those calming benefits right to your brain. And another one of my daily habits, making yourself a pillow and bedding mist. So just mixing with water and a little bit of witch hazel to keep it together in a spray bottle, adding your Serenity, and keep it by your bed. I have actually trained Eddie to do this every morning. If he's the last one up, whoever's out of bed last spritzes the sheets. And then you let it dry for a few minutes while you're running around and doing whatever else you do, and then make your bed. And so when you climb in at night, your sheets smell great and you're really ready for the night. That's one of my favorite things. There's also topical use. So applying 1 to 2 drops on the bottoms of your feet before you go to bed. You can take a relaxing bath, add 2 to 3 drops to some Epsom salts and add it to a warm bath. And a soothing massage, just simply applying it to the back of your neck and over your heart whenever you need to calm your emotions. It doesn't have to be bedtime. It can be any time during the day that you need this. Always remember to dilute it with a little bit of carrier oil, like fractionated coconut oil, before applying it topically, especially for kids or anyone with sensitive skin. And we are so fortunate to have this added option, the Serenity Restful Complex soft gels. These will truly help calm you from the inside out. They're not simply Serenity oil in a soft gel. In fact, they're a completely different symphony of constituents that are designed to work with our internal system. They do contain lavender essential oil, which calms your nervous system when it's ingested. After that component, they differ pretty dramatically. So L-theanine is an amino acid from green tea that helps to increase the GABA concentration in your brain. And that helps to support relaxation and to kind of quiet down that chatter. Tart cherry is a natural source of melatonin to help with sleep. It's not at all like the melatonin that is artificially produced in a lab, the synthetic that leaves you feeling completely yucky. This is wonderful. And a proprietary extract blend that includes lemon balm, passion flower, and German chamomile. Its benefits: it supports healthy relaxation, making it easier to fall asleep and to stay asleep. So by maintaining circadian rhythms, it helps to support your healthy sleep cycle. And my favorite part, unlike anything else I've ever tried, it provides refreshing sleep without the morning groggies. So how would you best combine those 2 products? About 30 minutes before bed, take 1 to 2 of your Serenity soft gels. When I'm working with a new person on this, I always advise start out with 1 to see what the effect is that you will have. We're all different. And you can always add a second one, either in the middle of the night or another night when you're starting out. So tailor it to you, but start small and go from there. And then while you're winding down, Diffuse your Serenity blend in your bedroom or add it to that warm bath. And just before bed, inhale Serenity from your palms and then apply it directly to the bottoms of your feet and have sweet dreams. So remember that the soft gels are 10% off all this month, and the oil blend will be absolutely free. Oops, excuse me. For the month of October. Now let's shift gears for just a moment. I want to introduce one of our brand new products. Now this is always the most exciting doTERRA event every year, the rollout of new stuff. We now have, and Roxanne is showing it, the past tense stick with sweet gum. Now, I don't know about you, but I have become a huge fan of each of our stick options because they give us a mess-free, easy-to-use method to easily apply it throughout the day. This new stick combines the classic past tense essential oil blend that we have depended on for years, and now with sweet gum essential oil added, which this may be a brand new oil to most of you as it was for me. It's ideal for use on areas where tension tends to build, like your forehead, your temples, and the back of your neck. Those are the places that I find myself always applying my past tense. This stick goes on without a greasy feeling. It's formulated without parabens, phthalates, or synthetic fragrances, and it's safe for sensitive skin. So whether you're worried about an upcoming test or a big deadline or an appointment, or you've just had a rough day, past tense tension blend will help to keep you grounded. Now the oils in this blend are wintergreen, lavender, peppermint, frankincense, cilantro, marjoram, Roman chamomile, basil, and rosemary essential oils. It is fresh and minty, and it has a powerhouse soothing effect. Now, the sweet gum essential oil in this new stick is high in beta-caryophyllene. There's one of those chemical words, Marie, which is a soothing compound that's known for its calming properties. And that's why it was added to our good old past tense. So just think, here's one less liquid when you're traveling and one more amazing tool for your anti-tension toolbox. Now that's what I'm talking about. And don't worry, if you have come to love the past tense liquid blend, it's not going away. It will still be an option for you. We just have another new option, which is always a good thing. So I have given you 3 great tools for calming you down and getting rid of tension. Now for my DIY, I'm sharing a technique to do just that. I call it my Serenity Blend Relaxing Treatment, and it is so easy to do. Anyone can do this. And I know Marie has shown us something similar talking about respiratory support. We can also do it for calming support. So what I did, I took a medium-sized mixing bowl, filled it about half full with very hot, not boiling water. And then I added, you can anywhere from 2 to 4 drops of Serenity blend, and you can tailor it to you. Start with 2, and if you put your towel over your head and you just don't feel like it's enough, add a couple more drops and stir it up. So take a big old towel, cover your head and the bowl, and then hover over that steaming water and inhale that aroma for several minutes. Then remove that towel and soak a face cloth in it. And then cover your face with it as you sit comfortably with your head resting back against a cushion for several more minutes. Enjoy the continued aromatic and now topical soothing and relaxing relief. And then, because I don't want to waste anything, soak your wet face cloth again fully in that solution and place it on the shower floor or in your tub and enjoy those benefits one more time the next time you bathe. So remember, you have the tools, just remember to use them and relax your mind. Now, The fabulous and famous Dr. Marie has some very cool new products to tell you about.
As I get unmuted here. Thank you very much, Sandy. That was awesome as usual. Nice to be here and to see everybody this morning on this gorgeous day. So, along with the theme of the new products, and I also haven't got mine yet, so Roxanne's going to need to hold up the Revitatin Zen, which is a new complex, and they also have it in the oil. There's the complex. Thank you, Vanna. Appreciate that. So in this blend, it has milk thistle, which as an herbalist is also one of my favorite herbs. She's showing you there that it's a dual chambered capsule, which I'll talk more about that in a second. But milk thistle is for liver and cell protection. And I'm just realizing I left my notes in the other room. That's okay, I can do this. Artichoke, which is for bile flow and digestion. Black cumin seed, which is antioxidant and immune support. And then a cumin essential oil with a lipid, which is fat metabolism and gut health. So they have, when I used to take Zendocrine every single day, and this is to now replace the Zendocrine. And when they first were out of it, I'm like, oh my goodness, how can doTERRA be doing to this? Now, I should have known, because I've been involved with doTERRA for a long time, that they're just coming up with something even better, which they did. So now that I've been starting to do a little bit of research on this Revitatin Zen, I'm really excited about it. And particularly when they do things in a dual capsule, because of the way our body is able to break them down and process the ingredients in it. And so just in that complex itself, when I think about a daily kind of wellness for ourselves rather than a quick detox, this is a little bit different. This is to be supporting some of those systems, which I really like. And then they also have it in an oil blend, which Vanna will show us in a second. The ingredients are a little bit different, so we can use them and apply them in a different way as well. Thank you, Roxanne. It has tangerine in it, which is antioxidant protection, again, for the liver. And when we think about our detox organs, liver, kidneys, colon, and I'm going to get more into that in a second, but those are the three organs that we have to be supporting every single day. So the tangerine, rosemary, liver enzyme activity, and antioxidant shield, which helps protect that a little bit. Ginger, we all know ginger is great for digestion and toxin elimination, which helps pull things out of particularly the colon. Juniper berry, kidney cleaning. Cilantro, Sandy just mentioned cilantro. I love cilantro. Full body antioxidant protection. Geranium balances and supports our detox pathways. So the oil is really flexible in that we can use it internally, aromatically, or topically. So that's just a game changer for some of what doTERRA has done for us. So it's not in place of, sometimes we see these new products and we think, oh, well, maybe I can get rid of my electrolytes or my probiotics or collagen or something like that. No, this is in with all of the other products that we take just to keep us feeling energized, focused, and balanced. And to me, I have to have all of those, like all of us do for our busy lives. So with, one of the things when I was, looking into doing this today, I thought, when we talk about healing and on a cellular level and all of these organs, keeping our body being able to function, we get up in the morning, probably have coffee first, but just start thinking about what have you already put on your body today? You got in your shower. So what did you use for shampoo? Soap, conditioner. Did you get out and use a lotion? Did you put makeup on? eyes, lip, whatever. So how many products, and in my notes, I have, how many toxins? I think it's like 122 different toxins a day or something like that, that we put on ourselves. So years ago, I don't think people had to detox themselves as much as we do nowadays, just because of the products that we're using, the foods that we're ingesting, and just environmental toxins. So to me, keeping these pathways open in this new product, particularly, I don't mean not the oil, but this dual chambered complex, going to be a game changer for me. I absolutely will be taking this every day. So, I really hope people think about that and didn't get, upset when they also saw that the Zendocrine was gone. But when we look at, and all of these clinical studies have been done on like the milk thistle, the artichoke, the black cumin, and the proprietary essential oils that's in it. So rather than looking at it as everyday detox, because I think we do need to do that in some level, and just drinking water is going to help that. It works with your body to help rather than against it. And I think that's a great way to look at it, because sometimes people think that, they're not doing enough to support or too much. This blend is just going to be great for that. So it's just going to be part of my ritual that's going to help me to support that. And I talked about keeping us running smoothly. And it's a very gentle way. So it's going to be easy to fit these in. I have a lot of people tell me they don't have time to take their supplements. And it's like, I said this to somebody yesterday, if you don't take time for your health is going to make you take time for it at a certain point, And at one point, somebody said, because they see my dish of supplements I take every day. So I had Bob time me, how long does it take for me to put my supplements in a dish and make my capsule that's going to support every organ and every system in my body? 33 seconds. So if I don't have 33 seconds, I have one of those T boxes, so I'm Virgo, wicked organized. To support myself, every organ and every system, then I need to rethink, how important am I, and where do I want my longevity with my balance and energy and all of that to go? So very easy with the products that doTERRA in their brilliance continues to give us every single day. So there's, different ways that you can use the oils. It says internally, we talked about that, and diffusing it, fabulous. And you can put it in your cream or something like that. But also in doTERRA's brilliance, they are promoting castor oil. I, as a naturopath, have been a castor oil fan. Thank you, Roxanne, forever. I have seen, and just to be compliant, I won't, when we talk about that, but castor oil is an amazing, amazing product that they have just added to this line for us. They talk about, when you'll read about it, it needs to be hexane free. So there's different castor oils that you can, just buy. And so what is hexane? It's a industrial production that's used, and it's a petroleum derived chemical that they extract from oils and seeds because it increases the yield and makes it more affordable for these companies. So I always say to my folks, make sure you're getting hexane free, because who wants to put, if you're making a castor oil pack, which I'll talk about in a minute, who wants a petroleum base applying it on your body? Another reason that you're going to have to detox, it has to be hexane free. I'm also crazy that it can't be in a plastic bottle. It has to be in a plastic bottle. Even, for me, if something says it's in, and they have all the different labels, how long has that plastic bottle been sitting in a warehouse somewhere? Thank you. That's glass, right, Roxanne? Yeah, see? Again, in doTERRA's brilliance. Because plastic eventually breaks down. and we don't know how long these bottles have been stored somewhere else. So always glass bottle, always hexane free. So you don't want, some of this toxicity again to remain in your body, because nausea, headaches, all of these little kind of irritations and some, skin things can happen when we build up too much. So the more that we can detox and use healthy products such as this, it's just going to be a game changer. So pure hexane-free castor oil means that it's most likely cold processed, which doTERRA has done. It's been extracted without any chemical solvents, and it also preserves the more natural nutrients, fatty acids, and other acids that give castor oil its benefits. And I'll have people that will have like a backache, or they've, done something to their shoulder. And I've always said, apply castor oil, little piece of plastic, and then a cotton cloth, because you're going to put a heating pad on top of that. And the cotton cloth is just to help, you don't get burned from your heating pad or anything. And it keeps the heat in that oil, the heat in the castor oil into the area that you want it to be. And then leave it on for 20 minutes. I'm going to tell you, game changer. So I hope everybody tries that. Also, if we're going to, a lot of people like to apply it to their skin, their hair. You also want to make sure it's hexane free, just to avoid those unnecessary chemicals and any residuals that's left over. And I know doTERRA talks about, with this new castor oil, using it on your eyelashes. I think Roxanne even had mentioned something in an old mascara bottle, putting some of this oil in with the castor oil for your eyebrows, any of your skincare, hair treatment. But back to what we were talking about before, your liver and abdomen. Highly suggest doing that. And I talk about that in my notes, which are in the other room. So my DIY, I guess you'll call it, when I get my product in, whoever wins my product of the month, you're going to be getting a heart-shaped castor oil pack that you're going to be able to do some of these detoxes. And I really suggest even weekly, and everybody knows their own toxic load. We all are aware, even pumping gas at the gas station, you're absorbing some of that. So if you think you're really clean, and I think I'm pretty clean, but I know I have to detox all the time. So between the oil, these dual chambered capsules, the castor oil, win-win. We have to look out for our liver, our kidneys, and our colon in particular. And with that, I'm going to turn you over to our darling Roxanne. And I don't find her stuff boring at all. She's always such a big help to us. So blessings to you all today. And I hope if you have any questions, reach out to us about this new complex, oils, or any questions about doing castor oil packs that are incredibly, from a naturopathic perspective, very beneficial.
Thank you so much, Marie. Thank you so much, Sandy. As always, your enthusiasm and your information are inspiring. And so, what I've got to talk about today is the Hygge oil blend and the diffuser you can choose to buy with it in a bundle if you wish. How many of us this time of year especially just want to hunker down, especially on the cold days, the dreary days when the leaves are almost completely off the trees and all the vibrancy has left, it seems like. Well, the Hygge is going to bring that cozy feeling back. And the Hygge it's not a new oil, but it is a limited time offer. So I did want to make sure that you're aware of it. And the Hygge is, it's spelled Hygge, so it doesn't look at all how you pronounce it, but it is a Scandinavian word meaning hug. And it refers to finding joy in everyday moments and comfort in togetherness. What moments would you like to create or recreate? Your treasured family and friends will immediately feel warm and welcome with this very sweet, woodsy blend of oils. And it features the aromas of wild orange, which is very refreshing, the grounding earthy notes of cedarwood, frankincense, myrrh, and vetiver, and the warmth of tonka bean and vanilla. And the diffuser actually has a glass top, and it looks like the former pedal diffuser. It's a round shape. I don't have that diffuser here. We're in the middle of moving, so I'm sorry for some of that. But this new diffuser is really lovely if you're looking for a diffuser. And the Huga creates a flickering light that invites you to feel more secure and comfortable. With just a few drops of oil and the push of a button, you can transform your home into a sanctuary, a place where you can be truly contented. The diffuser has 4 mist settings and 4 light options, letting you customize your diffuser experience. And remember, when we diffuse, everyone in the room is getting the benefit of that oil. All at the same time, they don't even know it. They have no clue what they're feeling, except they're going to feel better. And whatever Huga means to you, this bundle can help you create it. And the bundle itself is $59.50, and it's a 20 PV. And it's a great gift for anyone, including yourself. So it's good for 300 square feet of space, which is a large room, up to 10 hours of intermittent misting. And what I have found with my little diffusers is even though it shuts off after the maximum time I've set it for, there's usually enough to go for several more hours so you can press the button again and reset it. The Huga alone is $38 or 38 PV. And I happen to love using it on my dryer balls as well. So think about that when you are considering getting a head start on your shopping for the holidays. Now, another thing I did want to tell you about is Double Fast Start. That is a special promotion that is happening for the months of October and November. What does that mean? Well, it means between now and October 31st, you can qualify to earn double fast start commissions on all of your personal enrollments within their 60-day period if you get 3 personal enrollments of 100 PV, and that has to be in a single order. So each of those 3 has to be 100 PV, which really isn't hard when you think about all the needs people have, especially these days for stress and sleep and digestion and hormones and discomfort and everything. It's pretty easy to get that 100 PV and start scoring some free stuff. So your people are getting free stuff. You're getting a thank you, a lovely thank you from doTERRA, which means the 20% regular fast start commission continues to pay you weekly. That's the normal fast start commission. And that is doubled to be paid out if you qualify in the next month's primary commissions around the 17th of the month. So that's when you would see the doubling part of your commission, okay? Just so that there's no confusion. And so between November 1st and November 30th, you can qualify as well. And again, all of your, like if they decide to place another order after they enroll, you would get more fast start from that as well as from their rewards order the next month. Now, anyone who, I want you to realize too that if you are referring a friend, you will get double fast start too. you'll get, instead of the 20% of their initial order, you'll get the 40%, again, paid the next month. So, but that's three refer a friend enrollments of 100 PV. So don't be afraid to share your refer a friend links. Now, one thing I do want to remind people of is when somebody shares a link, whether it is a refer a friend link or for us advocates, a link generated link to specific products or specific education, you want to remind the person receiving the link. If you venture off the link to explore doTERRA and see what else is out there, or to look up more information, when they place their order, they need to go back to the link, because otherwise they won't get their free year of wholesale pricing that you're gifting them when you share your link. And that's a big thing. That's a $35 freebie right there. Similar to like a BJ's membership, Costco, Sam's. I'm not even sure how much all those memberships cost anymore, but I know that they're not giving them away for free. So refer a friend is the easy way to help your friends and family get a year of wholesale pricing for free. And remember, they can't get our pure products anywhere else. You know, I talk when it seems appropriate in the pool, which is often. When I'm, people are complaining about this ache and pain and boo-boo and impending surgery and all that stuff, and I will say, well, geez, I could take care of that non-toxically, and they'll ask me how. Well, how do you get that stuff? They'll say. I'll say from doTERRA directly, and I can give you a link to help you get started. So that is one way that you can share your link. But remember to tell them, go back to the link to actually place the order. And before they finish their order, they want to double check their shopping bag to show that it has a free membership in there, okay? And if they're getting any other freebies, because you know what? Right now, you can use a Diamond Club code, promo code that I can give you, and a tiny little video from my friend who is allowing us to do this. A tiny little video that's under a minute long. It's really kind of cute. All you have to do is watch that and you get a free balance oil. That's a $26 oil for a 100 PV order. If they happen to place a 200 PV order, they'd also get, besides the balance oil, they get an adaptive oil. My God, how many of us depend on our adaptive, right? So that's something that you might want to think about. And of course, when new enrollees are getting started, when they check off a single item to be put in a rewards monthly program, and they're not locked into that item, they just need to check it off at enrollment time, that gets them rewards for all of their enrollment order. And so like I enrolled somebody this morning and she's getting $15.50 in rewards just because we're doing that. And so, I mean, most of us can use every little bit that we can get, right? And if they check that off before the 15th with 125 PV, they're going to get the free Serenity Sandy just taught us about. And if they happen to get 150 PV in their order, they're also going to get perhaps a free diffuser, which we've been talking about all day long, the benefits of diffusing, right? So, you know what? It's worth sharing links and it's worth helping people get started, because where would we be if we had never started, right? For me now, doTERRA is my healthcare. This is the first thing I think of when anything goes wrong. What does doTERRA have that could help me in this moment? I've torn my skin on my arms twice now, packing up boxes and carrying them to the garage. Immediately, I put on my Helichrysum, which is known as liquid stitches, and it sealed right up. I smoothed out the torn skin that had folded back on itself. I smoothed it out. It has healed beautifully. In fact, you can hardly see the scars now, hardly see the tears. So the Helichrysum helped me, the Correctix helped me, lavender has helped me. In fact, everything is helping those scars. So I've told you about refer a friend, but you know what? Refer a friend does limit you in a year to earning 599 doTERRA dollars that you will use like real money at the end of your order process. There's a place where you can check off using that money, and it comes right off the top, right off the final total of your bill. So it can take care of things like tax, shipping, limited time offers, anything that regular rewards might not be qualified to use, like on a new product, things like that. So you can use your refer a friend monies for that. But if 599 isn't enough for you to make in a year, you can literally just get your products paid for, and it's easier to do than ever since they enhanced the compensation plan. And by helping 3 people get enrolled and onto rewards, it's possible to earn at least $100 a month and more. So if you have more questions about that, about the comp plan or how to do that, how to upgrade to a wellness advocate and what's required, if you're already putting in 100 PV orders every month anyway for yourself, you're already doing the minimum requirement to be a wellness advocate. And that way, anyone under you that's placed under you, either by your enroller or by yourself, is just going to enhance that. So, instant rewards are also something I did want to remind people about because there is still a little confusion on them. If you are already on the monthly ordering or subscription program, what some people call the subscription program, or some people are still calling it loyalty rewards, even though doTERRA is trying to move away from the word loyalty just to using rewards. If you're wanting a second or third orders, like last month I kept forgetting things and I'd have to keep putting in more instant rewards orders to get what I needed before I'm taking off for New Zealand here in a few days. Um, Choose the instant rewards option. If you're already on rewards, you are placing a one-time order with that, but you're getting rewards for it over $50, 50 PV, and there won't be a repeat order. So it's a win-win. So I love rewards, and they just keep us all below wholesale pricing every time we order at least 50 PV. And I don't know about you, but I have a hard time keeping my orders small because I love living toxin free so much. And nowhere else can I look up products that rate excellent on EWG or the Yucca app or any of those other apps out there. And you know what? Nobody else needs to live the consequences of built up toxins in our tissues to have to deal with down the road with chemos and radiation and all that other stuff. We really don't need that. Toxins live in our fat and are hard to remove except with detoxing herbs and oils. That can take effort that we really can value because it only takes it. I took my Revitazen just a minute ago while Marie was talking because I hadn't taken it this morning. So, and I have never been a fan of milk thistle, but I'm going to be now because I know what's going to happen. I heard another advocate talking on her podcast, and she says, I'm not going to go into graphic detail, but the Revitazen has given me greater volume and frequency and better elimination. That's all I'm going to say, she said. So I'm looking forward to that. So when we start our families on non-toxic products, we really are helping them to stay well longer. And that's really, it's not just about living longer, it's about living well as long as we can to avoid the really harsh happenings of life. And I know I want that as much as I want for myself. I want it for my family and my friends. So anyone who's curious how to earn money with doTERRA can sign up for the doTERRA Success Academy that starts this Tuesday with replays of each weekly session. The sessions last about an hour and a half, going until December 16th. And this time there'll be a competition and winners will get a pot of money that are based on the registrations. I feel that the doTERRA Success Academy has been my most beneficial training help for my doTERRA business, and I have done them all. I've done all the different trainings, and this one is the best. I welcome any questions that you think of, and I will put the link to register for that in the email. So for $25 registration fee, you're getting a lot for your money, believe me. There also happen to be brand new builder kits for professional sampling of VMG, E Omega, Restore, and Peppermint. And shoot, I didn't leave one out to show you. Sorry, it's a lovely little professional box. It has all the instructions and lots of information on those products. And they come in leak-free containers, so you're not spilling out your peppermint or putting it in one of those little drams that you can never get the oil out of. So, you know what? That's a way that some people are actually sampling people that they know who are serious about a wellness lifestyle. And there are also some professional kits that are available with different kinds of oils for sampling in a nice little flat sachet. So that's something too that you can look on your back office. So our next fun Zoom will be November 8th. However, our women's health nurse practitioner will not be with us that day because she's going to be out of state in a place that she can't really present. So if you have questions, I welcome you to stay on while I shut off our recording, and we will get going with unmuting ourselves. So